This is Electric Universe Eyes, and today I'm actually driving, and check out right in front of me. This is what you see all over Central and West Texas, and you'll notice those two, I don't know if you want to call them hills or buttes, merged together. I am currently about 10 minutes south of Dinosaur Valley State Park. Quite a few specimens of limestone that had lots of calcite crystallized formations and all kinds of fossils. Lots of sea life in these fossils. I think this might be it. This might be one of them. I'm gonna stop here. What I'm trying to tell you is this formation right here, if you could see this is all part of a giant Lichtenberg formation. If you can look on Google Earth, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna just pull over and look at a few of these rocks here. All right, let's take a look. That little circle right there. There you go. There's some calcite crystals in here. Well, I didn't go far enough. I'm not high enough elevation. There's a certain layer. Look at here. I'm getting to this top part here now. This might have some up here, but this is not the ridge line I stopped at before, is it? No. It is not. We'll have to keep going. I'll come back. All right. Hopefully it's not too windy. Look, here's some Texas bluebonnets for you. Here's one example I wanted to show you. Look at this. Huge chunk of limestone, and it's got all of these crystallized formations, all these it's filled with calcite, they say, but look. No, I don't think that's... all of these fossils are embedded in here. For all this sea life to get in here, at the top of this ridge, look at this guy, look at that. Yeah. Anyhow, what I am proposing here is that this stuff was all electrified. Oh, look at that right there. Look at that. What is... Dude. I don't think that's organic life. You know, it could... Yeah, it is. It is. That's a cool find. Oh, look there. So, just look at this. Oh goodness, it's just falling apart. That goes up. Just see all this stuff in here. Shells. I mean, this is incredible. What is this thing? Like a mollusk or something? I want you to see some of these clouds. These clouds are awesome. Maybe you can't see them well. I think they're beautiful. Wispy plasma water in the sky. Alright, so I'm headed north now. Earlier I was headed south, but this is actually the split that I've been looking for. I would say I'm probably 20 minutes south of Dinosaur Valley State Park. And you can see this butte right here. Well, maybe you can't. See that whole top of that butte that's flat? It's just all rock, solid rock. And there's many layers below it. So this has all kinds of fossils in it. I'm gonna see if I can find some more evidence. Okay, here's the south rim of that butte. I can't tell from here. It's kind of solid, but it does look like layers. That top portion, I wish I could get up there because I have a feeling there's some sort of vitrification. I just can't verify. Because of this darn fence right here, man. Barbed wire. Probably the most common thing in Texas. Alright. So I drove down this dirt road, just following this line, this butte line, and more rocks. They all seem like they bubble up at this top area. So this is just driving along this dirt road, and there's all kinds of just washed out rocks. Again, here's a lot of that sea life. This is a ton. What I think is interesting on this piece, what caught my eye was the shape. You can see this layer right here, and it stops right here. There's all kinds of detailed stuff in this, but check out this shape. Looks like it broke off right here, so this piece was attached probably like that. It's settled. But check this out. They all kind of move in the same direction. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to keep this. And then I'm going to show you guys something else later. One of the previous rocks that I collected around this area. Alright, so I reached my destination. You can see we're on top of one of the tallest buttes around here, at least as far as I can see. This is a place I stopped before and found a lot of cool specimens along this ridge line. So I'm going to take a look. Alright, so there is all kinds of crystallized rock here. So essentially limestone with calcite formations in there. Lots of biolife. I think at one point this place was underwater. Well, see, look, that's what the inside looks like versus the outside. So it's just got a patina on it from baking in the sun. This one's awesome. Looks like a heart. I love Electric Universe geology. So, look at that. Cool. Alright, so you can see how this rock, there's some substantial buildup of rock here. I can go a little further up. Let's see this. Yeah, it's solid. That is solid rock. And then it's just hard to tell. Alright, so I'm on the other side now, and you can see that's all the broken gravel that's coming down. And this is just a solid sheet of rock. But listen. But listen. It means it's hollow underneath there. All of these layer of rock seems like it was a mud or something that just came over the top, or was hot, or was windblown. Obviously it's full of that. Alright, here's another example. This big wall, so you see the side of it. This is all just a solid layer. Look, there's all kinds of, I like to say all kinds of, don't I? Anyway, look right there. And all these shells, plant life. So I decided to take a side street. I'm glad I did, because I have found all kinds of bubbly looking electrified things. I think it's from electricity anyway. Check this out. Got this huge wall. Look at that. Just looks like it was, I don't know, a liquid, bubbly something. I don't know if it collected that way, but here's what I'm most interested in are these holes, how they're moving sideways. I have another piece too, and what it looks like to me is that's the entry and exit point of electricity. So you can see how it's separating like that, right? This is what fascinates me, and that's not gonna come off very easy. Yeah, look at that. And it's all crystallized wherever those holes are. So to me it seems like electricity was coming out. Perhaps there was even water here at one point, or soil that has just been taken away. All right, keep looking around. So I'm on top of one of these ridges here. You can see the other side of the road over there. There's just these huge rocks, just all broken up and piled up over here. So that lends me to believe what Velikovsky said, with tsunamis going around everywhere. There's wet, molten, I don't know, it could be ionized dust blowing in the wind and a combination of a tsunami, so everything's wet. And there's electricity, a highly ionized plasma flowing through the sky, discharging to the ground, or a combination of both. All right, so this is another rock specimen I found that showed a lot of stratification. I found lots of fossilized articles as well as some crystallized elements. And this stuck out to me because I instantly noticed there's a border that goes all the way around, if you can follow that, and it's closed. So on the bottom you can see this is the same rock that's found here, so it's indicating a geode, the creation of a geode with the solid piece. And then I noticed this piece here that seems to be a connection here, so that would be a tube. So I'm imagining that as an electrical filament in like a Birkeland current with a opposite charge coming on this side. So this actually doesn't connect. But you can see one is just on the outside and one is on the inside, and it seems like whatever charge this was instantly crystallized this rock into this one solid form as a type of geode. And perhaps this is partially why it broke off in this form, but I just thought I would share this with you guys and what you think. What is that?
Okay, I'm back home, and just wanted to show you some of the rocks that I collected. Now, these look like bubbly vitrified mud. These three were all found together kind of east of Dinosaur Valley State Park. This one I found in a washout. It was right on the kind of the bottom slope of one of the tallest ridges in there before you get to the Brazos River, and there were rocks strewn everywhere. What I liked about this is this vein. You can see the veins going through the rock. So what it looks like is just charge separation to me. You can give me your opinion, but I like that nice little chunk. This is one of the last rocks I found. Again, lots of biolife in this limestone. Here we go. Again, a lot of different plant life. I love the shape of this. Just looks amazing. Peter Mungo Jump got me into looking at the fossil record, and he's brought some amazing points up. So I just want to thank everybody else involved in the Electric Universe geology field, because it's an aggregation of data. Not one person is going to have all the answers, but I think the more and more people that get involved and the different expertises get involved that have an open mind together, I think we can all figure out what exactly happened. And we can get some of these timelines correct. I think the timelines that all of the sacred texts, Native Americans, all the mythologies around the world, all tell us the clues of the timeline. That was that piece I pulled off that wall. Here's the bottom of that. Look at that. That's all hard. So I think that was the bottom. Settled like this. And that's either how it was laying on the dirt and dried, but it's possible that if there was a discharge going through all the lands, this is just how the bits of electricity were moving through that rock. There's that other one. Big slab right here. Big. This is probably one of the most solid pieces that I found. Look at that. This one's pretty detailed. Wow. I don't know if that's a shell remnant or plant. I don't know. Here's one of those columns. Crinoid column. Look, and there's another crinoid column right there. That's one I pulled out of that side of that wall. Look at that. That's awesome. So that thing was just growing upward. I want to say that, see, it's kind of loose. This piece, I believe, I pulled right out of this. So if you can look at it sideways, you'd have this thing growing up, something like that, right? This I had found on that dirt road on the washout. I just thought that layering was amazing. Another big old chunk here. It's on both sides here. Very cool. Another piece. awesome how this stuff formed together. Again, it's just, this part kind of crumbles apart. It's kind of a combination of soft rock inside and then hard on the outside. So here's that Big Daddy I found. Give you a little bit more detail. Look, again, it's got the same texture on the bottom. It's kind of moving in a certain direction, similar to that very first piece I showed you. And something on the bottom. Oh, yeah, it was the heart. This giant piece right here. It's just got, looks like a crinoid right there. And just huge. So, anyway, that's what I collected. Pretty cool stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And yesterday. Haha. Alright, see ya.